Just like with Yuta versus Jotaro, I'm making an entire video because I got rage baited on Twitter. Kid Buu versus Buuhan. This is one of those debates that's just never gonna end. Even still, I want to make my own video going over the manga and anime version. And by the end of this video, I guarantee you people are going to be in my comments not only disagreeing with me, but also the literal producer of the anime. Get locked in, we're going to talk about this now. We're going to be starting with the manga version just because it's way clearer and way more concise. There's multiple statements and moments in the manga that explicitly show that Goku and Vegeta are no match for even base Super Buu, so not only are we going to go over those, but we're also going to have to debunk the really disingenuous arguments against these as well. When Goku and Vegeta are releasing everyone from being absorbed by Buu, Buuhan deforms back into Super Buu. They sense his ki is way smaller now, and Vegeta suggests they blow a hole through Buu's head to escape. But Goku then tells Vegeta even if Buu has gone back to normal, he's still way out of their league. If they leave now, they're as good as dead. And he even gets upset because Vegeta broke the Potara. Now, this is a scene explicitly showing you that Goku and Vegeta know they're weaker than base Super Buu. But of course, there are terrible arguments against this, like Goku's only saying this because they got weaker once they entered Buu's body because they got shrunk. And that would be a fair rebuttal if it wasn't for the fact that Goku and Vegeta don't learn they're weaker inside Buu's body until the next chapter. Dragon Ball chapter 506 is when Vegeta suggests they blow a hole to escape, but Goku says no, we will still lose to regular Super Buu. Dragon Ball chapter 507 is when there's no way. But this is a chapter where they actually try to blow a hole through Super Buu and fail, and then Super Buu reveals to them that they're weaker because they got shrunk. So no, there's no way to cope out of this. Goku and Vegeta are weaker than base Super Buu. By the way, the YouTubers that use these really garbage arguments, they're literally lying to you to rage bait you. And this is going to be a very consistent thing with this Super Buu versus Kid Buu scaling. For this Super Buu being stronger scaling, it's like the most simple, okay, that guy's stronger than that guy, and that guy's stronger than that guy. For Kid Buu to get this guy to be stronger than Super Buu, and even Buuhan, you have to literally shove a melon through your anus. Take your other hand, shove it down your throat, and pull the melon all the way through, bro. It is such mental gymnastics to get this guy Kid Buu above characters that he's obviously weaker than. Now we can move on to the Super Saiyan 3 versus Kid Buu fight. Everyone knows that Goku was completely confident in his ability to beat Kid Buu, but he didn't beat Kid Buu. So let's read the manga and find out the answer to that. After the "You are number one" speech, Vegeta goes up to Goku and tells him that Kid Buu was stronger than they thought, but Kakarot, you're also stronger than I thought. He tells Goku not to worry about him and just build up his energy and destroy Buu while using Super Saiyan 3. But Goku then tells Vegeta he wasn't even trying to give Vegeta a turn. He admits that he underestimated Buu's power. But he does not say, oh yeah, Buu's just stronger than me, I can't beat him. He says the opposite. If he actually had a chance to power up, he could power up enough to actually kill Buu. And he's saying this after he's already fought him. This isn't Goku being cocky and naive again. He knows how strong he is. He has literally been fighting him. But again, we all know that Goku did not beat Kid Buu. And was that because Goku was wrong? Was he actually not strong enough to do that? No, the reason why Goku could not kill Kid Buu is simply because he couldn't maintain the power of Super Saiyan 3. There are multiple moments of Goku trying and failing to power up all the way. Damn it, it's already been 1 minute and I still don't have enough ki. Later Goku says, damn it, there's something wrong with me. Then Vegeta asked Goku, are you done yet? Goku told him he got really close to full power, but then his ki started getting smaller. Something's wrong. We're gonna keep on going just to make this as obvious and easy to understand as possible. Another time, Vegeta asked him, how much longer do we have to wait? Goku says, damn it, this shouldn't be happening. This can't be. I'm actually losing my energy. After that, Goku just straight up loses Super Saiyan 3. And in the next chapter, Goku outright says, I guess Super Saiyan 3 really drains the ki out of a living body. Yeah, Vegeta, we're done for, bro. Again, it is absurdly explicit. The problem isn't that Goku's too weak to kill Kid Buu. He says he can. The problem is that he can't maintain Super Saiyan 3 in his living body. Let's put this simply. Goku, after fighting Kid Buu and seeing how strong he is, says that he could kill Kid Buu, he just can't maintain the power. This is very different to him saying that him and Vegeta stand no chance at all against Super Buu before he even knew about the Super Saiyan 3 stamina drain issue. And again, it's insane. Goku, before they even released Gohan and the others, he's scheming of ways to beat Buu by fusing. And then after they release him, again, he mentions, hey, we should do the fusion dance. Goku knows for a fact, unless he fuses, there's no way he can beat Super Buu. But as there usually is with these types of debates, we have to cover the copes, because there are copes about this. Number one, this is so stupid, it's that Goku and Vegeta got stronger after they defused. So pre-Goku and Vegeta might have been weaker than Super Buu, but after they defuse, they have a power-up now. Now, why is this completely and utterly false? Because they have the statement about being weaker than Super Buu after they defuse! Bro, how do you come up with these stupid arguments? I'm sorry, I've seen people say these arguments for over 10 years when if you actually just watch the show, they make zero sense. There's also another cope that, oh, well, the reason why they didn't want to fuse against Kid Buu is because he wasn't a fuse fighter himself. But base Super Buu is still technically a fusion. And this is already really shaky logic. But we can actually just completely debunk this way of thinking. Because after Goku and Vegeta free Gohan and the others, they keep on searching, and then they see Majin Buu inside of Super Buu. They did not know that Majin Buu was like this weird absorption thing. No, they thought that Super Buu was just a transformation of the other fat and skinny Buu. Again, they literally say, why is Buu inside of Buu? That doesn't make any sense. And the multiple statements of Goku begging Vegeta to fuse with him are before this scene. There is no fusion cope. There is no Goku and Vegeta knowing they were weaker because they got shrunk cope. And there is no way you're gonna look at me and tell me that after Goku says verbatim, if he got to full power, he could kill Kid Buu, that Super Buu is weaker than Kid Buu, when Goku says verbatim, Goku and Vegeta stand no chance, he's not even attempting to fight him, he just wants to fuse. He doesn't think he has a chance at all. But again, that's just Goku's opinion. Maybe you think you know better than Goku, even though he's the one that's literally fighting him and knows how strong Kid Buu is. What's Buu's opinion on who's the strongest Buu? I know for a fact you knew this was coming. I got multiple translations of this panel too. I mean, look at this. This is Buu's own opinion, and yes, we know that Super Buu does know about Kid Buu. He literally does know about Kid Buu. He doesn't just forget it. The strongest Buu, not only of all times, but the strongest Buu of the past and future. And the scene where Buu is begging Vegeta not to release Fat Buu was so funny. He's like, no, stop! I don't want to go back to being a Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks victim! So, to summarize the manga, Goku and Vegeta in no circumstance can beat regular base Super Buu, with the exception of them using fusion. But on the other hand, Goku believes that he could beat Kid Buu if he can maintain Super Saiyan 3. And Buu himself states that he is stronger than Kid Buu. But that's enough of clear inconsistent scaling from the manga. Let's go on to the absolute mess that is the anime. Now, you would probably assume the biggest problem we have with the anime are these statements about Kid Buu being the strongest or the most powerful or any of those. No, scratch that, bro. The filler of Goku and Vegeta fighting Gotenks, Gohan, and Piccolo inside Buu's body is literally insane. Base Goku fighting Gohan even clarifies that this Gohan is as strong as the actual Gohan. But it gets even weirder because why is Piccolo hurting Vegeta? And the first time was off guard, but the second time, Vegeta literally gets kicked in his face by Piccolo and he's bruised up and bleeding. What is this scaling? They're just doing anything, bro. They're just throwing anything out. They don't even care anymore. And midway through the fight, Piccolo is able to one-shot Gotenks. To put into perspective how dumb this is, Deborah, stronger than Piccolo. Vegeta, stronger than Deborah. Majin Buu, stronger than Vegeta. Super Buu, stronger than Majin Buu. Gotenks Super Saiyan 3, stronger than Super Buu. But somehow Piccolo has enough power to knock out Gotenks or something. I don't know. The fight keeps on going. They say that they've actually not damaged these guys at all. And they're about to die, but they get saved because they get turned into candy because Majin Buu on the outside is eating candy. So technically, I think it's kind of weird to say they even scale to the actual characters to begin with. Really weird filler aside and all the other weird statements. You know what's funny? In the manga section of this video, we talked about how Goku and Vegeta both think they are weaker than Super Buu. They say this multiple times, but they do think that Goku could beat Kid Buu if he actually charged up. And because Dragon Ball Z is an adaptation of the Dragon Ball manga, Those statements are still in the anime, bro. The statements about them not being able to beat regular Super Buu, still in there. The statements that Goku could beat Kid Buu if he powered up, still in the anime. The anime also adds more scenes that specify that Goku's losing because of his stamina. But this is a battle of he said, she said in the anime version. Let's ask the actual producer of the anime what he thinks. I mean, it's literally right here, bro. And this is not some regular dude. This is not some random worker. This is Mr. Koyama, the guy that was mainly behind the production of the Dragon Ball anime in all of the movies. 99% of the Kid Buu agenda comes from these weird anime scenes. This guy is behind those scenes. But you're probably thinking, Ron Hatcher, there's still those statements about Kid Buu being the ultimate Buu. How is Buuhan stronger? Well, the answer is very simple. It's the same reason why most people automatically assume Buuhan is stronger. He's not a regular fighter. He is a fusion. This statement isn't counting Buu-Tanks or Buuhan. That is a fused character. I can't find the tweet because it's really old, so you don't have to take it as a fact, but I'm pretty sure Koyama also tweeted back in the day that yes, Buuhan, Buu-Tanks, these are fused characters. The narrator and the other characters are obviously not talking about him when they say the strongest Buu. Kinda like how in Dragon Ball Daima they say that Goku is the strongest, but obviously we all know that Vegito is stronger than Goku. They don't count fusions when they make these statements. And them fighting inside of Buu's body scaling is just so weird. Again, why is Piccolo able to one-shot Gotenks? That makes Vegeta and Goku's feats in here really unimpressive. Also, they were going to die anyway. And this isn't like the Goku laser beam situation. These are not regular people that can just lower and raise their ki. These are manifestations of these characters made inside Buu that are at a set power level. But if you want to leave this video thinking that Kid Buu is stronger than Super Buu, I don't agree, but I'm gonna let you have that one though. But to say that he's stronger than Buu-Tanks or Buuhan, nah bro, it's 2026, we're done with this dumb take. But before I wrap up the video, I have to talk about something I almost forgot to talk about it. Dragon Ball Chapter 508 is when Super Buu becomes Kid Buu. Then we get the statement from Goku where he asks Vegeta, is his ki getting bigger? We get more scenes of him transforming. They're wondering how long this is going to take. Apparently this is happening over a long time. Then Kibito Kai says he's changing back. Then after that he becomes Kid Buu. So we have statements by Goku that Buff Buu has more ki than Super Buu. Now the question is, does Kid Buu also have that level of power? I believe we get answers to this in the Kibito Kai flashback we get in the chapter. South Kai, the toughest and strongest out of all the Kaioshin at that point, was absorbed by Majin Buu. Elder Kai then says, is that how he became the strong Buu? Kibito Kai then says yes. So when Goku and Vegeta released everyone inside of Majin Buu, he started the long transformation process of going back into Kid Buu. Buff Buu is not Kid Buu. When the Kid Buu transformation was finalized, Goku and Vegeta both sensed that he got weaker. Now, did Goku and Vegeta underestimate Kid Buu? Yes, they did. I'm gonna have the panel up on screen right now. But in the same panels, Goku then says he could still beat Kid Buu if he just powered up enough. Again, this is completely different from Super Buu. With Super Buu, Goku was like, yeah, we cannot beat this guy. We stand no chance at all. And again, back to Buff Buu. Buff Buu was the form he took on after he absorbed the strongest Kaioshin. Fat Buu, who is weaker than Kid Buu, is the form he took on after he absorbed the Grand Kai. The Grand Kai was gentle and mild-mannered, so when Buu absorbed him, he became easier to control. Buu becoming more gentle, gaining a heart, and becoming easier to control happened after the Grand Kai. Buff Buu is stronger than Kid Buu, but Fat Buu isn't. And to everyone who wants to use the anime scaling to say that Kid Buu is stronger, the anime also supports this, because in the anime we see Buff Buu fight, and he's clearly still overly savage and evil. It's only after he absorbs the Grand Kai that he becomes all chill. And again, I'm only saying this because this is the consistent way of viewing this material. Goku says he could kill Kid Buu if he could maintain the power. But before Goku even knew he had issues handling Super Saiyan 3, he was already saying there's no way he can beat Super Buu. I think this is all very clear, but there is something that is very absurd we have to talk about. And it's the Spirit Bomb scene. Goku takes energy from all of the Z Fighters, including Gohan, but it's not enough to kill Kid Buu. And I will be honest, What is this? What is this? Listen, obviously the thing that Toriyama wanted to do with the story was that he wanted the Earthlings to save themselves, which is why at first Goku's like, oh, you want Gohan and the other kids to come so they can help against Buu. But Vegeta's like, no, the Earthlings are gonna save themselves this time. So, obviously that's the reason story-wise. But power scaling wise, this is absurd on so many levels. Gohan is strong enough to beat not only Super Buu, but Buu Piccolo, which also has Goten and Trunks in there too. But Goku, who is weaker than Super Buu, can kill Kid Buu. I have nothing, bro. This is crazy. The only explanation I could even think of is that maybe giving Genki scales differently from scaling your actual power level, because Genki is just your life energy and your vitality. Think about it like this. Goku makes a Z Fighter Spirit Bomb, including Ultimate Gohan, who is at least solar system level. Then this Spirit Bomb, see how small it is? It gets hundreds of thousands of times bigger after getting energy from the regular people on Earth. I swear, I'm not even trying to be a rat about this. I'm trying to think about this from the most logical standpoint I can give. The energy the Genki Dama takes must be more about your vitality than your actual raw power level. I mean, if you're being generous and you want to say that every single regular person on Earth has a power level of 5, that'll get you a power level of 40 billion level Spirit Bomb. That is closer to Metal Cooler than it is to Cell, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, this is too much. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I will catch you later. God bless.